Okay, Black and White Network. I understand that this is a deviation, a off ramp away from the Hamas and Israel coverage, or Jim Jordan and the whatever it was, 55 Rhino Republicans that decided not to vote for him. He's got the Republican nomination, by the way, but he's got to close the votes. He was sort of my choice from the very beginning, before McCarthy, but that's neither here nor there. That's a side note. But we're going to derail off-ramp away from that. Oh, thank God for a little while, for crying out loud. It is exhausting, some of the coverage that is going on right now. And I told you guys about these crazy-ass, woke, liberal universities corrupting our country. Radicals everywhere at universities, just pointing that out. Been saying it. How long have I been saying it on this channel? My God. Oh man. I mean, yeah. Rashida Tlaib sympathizers. It's crazy. It truly is. So we're going to talk about Seattle. All right. Seattle, Washington. This is a city we have covered in the past, mainly around defunding the police. And, of course, back in the day, the very first iterations of this channel, when I just started talking politics, was during the Summer of Chaos, or as the lefties called it, or Jenny Durkin called it, who was the mayor of Seattle at the time, the Summer of Love. Of course, Antifa and the BLM was burning Seattle and Portland straight to the ground. Well, we know there are a lot of crazy-ass voters in those areas. They're radicals. They're progressives. But it is a video like this that gives you a little bit of hope that maybe some people have snapped out of it. Because I think the reaction in this video is exactly what you would think that normal, common-sense Americans, people with any kind of morals and value set, it's how you would expect them to react in the said situation. Now, my goodness, this will probably get blowback because they'll be like, oh, he's misunderstood or whatever. Lock him up forever. Okay, you get somebody doing something like this, we're good. You're not needed in society. We need you to have 4 walls surrounding you at all times from now on somewhere. Whether it's the jailhouse, the prison, the asylum, I don't care where it's at. You just aren't needed out in the public at all. And you're dangerous. And these parents, I think, reacted in the way that, well, most of us would react, right? Parents chase a naked man through the J.C. store after he allegedly tried to touch on the kids. What the hell? And I'll show the video from this. Now, as you can expect, it's clouded out, so you can't see necessarily said naked man. But you get a good idea of what's going on here. The Blaze, folks. Disturbing video shows the moment that concerned parents allegedly chased and thrashed a naked man in a J.C. store in Washington State after he reportedly tried to touch on the youngins. A naked man is seen on a viral video in the children's clothing section, God, of a J.C. store in a Seattle suburb. On October 1st, 3 men are seen confronting the nude man. The men chase after the naked man through the J.C. store. During the chase, the nude man grabbed a pair of pants off the store display and put them on while trying to escape the men pursuing him. However, the men physically assaulted the nudist. One man is seen wildly punching the naked man. In the background, children could be heard crying. All right, let's check it out, guys. My goodness gracious. Here we go. Oh, there's naked man.
Man's in the kids' apartment. He's like fully naked. He has 2 kids.
All right, so that dude walking in front, I guess, got no drawers on or nothing. Out in front of a bunch of, yeah, these dudes are not having it. They're like, no, we're not letting you off here, man.
If you guys want to.
Okay, and that's where we'll stop it. All right, they're going to beat the crap out of this guy. All right, and so I'll bounce through, and that guy is just. You get the general gist of the situation. I had to sort of move it around because, well, YouTube, but you get the point. Finally, one of the men said the naked man had learned his lesson and that he had been, quote, enough punishment. I guess had enough punishment. The Tukwila? Is that right? Tukwila? Police department said in a statement the individual depicted in the video was in a mental health crisis. He was in a lot more than that because he was in the crosshairs of some pissed off parents. Shortly after the video shared online ends, the individual had a serious medical emergency which necessitated the need for medics and transportation to the hospital. They probably had to go in and surgically remove that guy's foot from his ass. Is probably what they had to do. The woman filming the video has heard, quote, he's like holding the kid. He has 2 kids with him. The Seattle area journalist, Jonathan Chloe, said the naked man allegedly tried to touch kids at a South Center mall. Bystanders moved in and obliterated him. Police said that they have yet to find evidence that the naked man attempted to touch any children. I'm cleaning this up. The unidentified naked man was arrested and charged with misdemeanor assault. Misdemeanor assault? Really? That's it? That's what we got. Misdemeanor assault. And in that area? I mean, those Soros-funded prosecutors probably just turnstiled him right back out on the street. To go right back to the mall and then come out for a nice, healthy defecation outside the mall in the parking lot. Yeah, that's going on, folks. Just that some of these people are crazy as hell. They're just walking around just shitting everywhere. I mean, for lack of a better way of putting it, they are doing all this crazy stuff and then just squatting and dropping a deuce out of nowhere. I know that's a sidetrack, but that's a thing happening right now in all of these liberal cities where they're willing to put up with this crap. I said crap. Yeah, I'm in it. That ties in right there. Wow. Unbelievable. Look, I think these parents did what most sane parents would do. Intervene on behalf of the well-being of children. As well they should. I'm actually sort of flabbergasted and relieved that there are people in Washington State that actually stepped in to intervene in a situation like this. Just wondering, Washington State, let me just get a quick look here. Presidential election in Washington State. Guys, believe it or not, in Washington State, Trump got almost 1.6 million votes in the 2020 election. Who knew there were that many conservatives up there? I didn't know that. But it should be noted, your urban area, as with all these places, in most of these liberal states, these blue states, the urban areas all voted for Beijing Biden. Once you got outside of the city, turned into Trump country. Interesting how that works. So, I don't know. They did say suburb of Seattle, but I don't know what that entails. I don't know how far out you have to be considered a suburb. You got the Seattle city limits, and then the next town is a suburb. I don't know how that works necessarily, but for the sake of this, I'm going to be like, some people in Seattle's actually got some twitching brain waves that actually work when the neurons are firing. That's crazy. And in a JCPenney, number one, I didn't know JCPenney. Do we have a JCPenney? We do. JCPenney is in fact still in Texas. I remember my mom took me to JCPenney to buy school clothes. Is that why the fuck I was bullied my whole life? Because we bought our clothes from JCPenney? No, they got nice clothes, don't they? They got nice clothes there. I don't know. Who knows? I grew out of the bullying phase. Let's put it that way. Oh, they effed around and found out. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Parents standing up for kids as well it should be. Guys, keep your head on a swivel out there. Stay focused right now. There's a hell of a lot of craziness going on in the world. And what's crazy? There's more craziness than the normal craziness we've been dealing with, which is already crazier than a shithouse rat. Think about that a minute. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.